Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously.
Nithyananda Paramashivam Swami.
Nithyananda Vinayaka.
Nithyananda Hitendra Ranaji.
Nithyanandam.
KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background.
Whatever you think as your strength, like how much cash you have, how much gold you have, how much money you have in the bank, what all properties you have, your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to whom you are going to give your inheritance. Same way, most important powerful secrets Paramashiva has given to his son Muruga, Subramanya, in Agama called Sarvanyanottaragamam. All the powerful secrets the father will tell only to his son. It is too secret. I am going to open that Agama and give all the essence of all those secrets. Secrets of Karyapada lifestyle, secrets of Kriyapada, secrets of Yogapada, and secrets of Jnanapada. I will make you all feel you are in 16, not just physically, even mentally. You will all be romancing with the whole universe. No frustration, nothing, no corona, no depression, no bothering about economy, no sudu, no soranai, nothing. Next 16 days, no fantasy, only visualization. No delusion, only consciousness. Whatever you think as your strength, like how much cash you have, how much gold you have, how much money you have in the bank, what all properties you have, your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to whom you are going to give your inheritance. Same way, most important powerful secrets Paramashiva has given to his son Muruga, Subramanya, in Agama called Sarvanyanottaragamam. All the powerful secrets the father will tell only to his son. It is too secret. I am going to open that Agama and give all the essence of all those secrets. Secrets of Karyapada lifestyle, secrets of Kriyapada, secrets of Yogapada, and secrets of Jnanapada. I will make you all feel you are in 16, not just physically, even mentally. You will all be romancing with the whole universe. No frustration, nothing, no corona, no depression, no bothering about economy, no sudu, no soranai, nothing. Next 16 days, no fantasy, only visualization. No delusion, only consciousness. Whatever you think as your strength, like how much cash you have, how much gold you have, how much money you have in the bank, what all properties you have, your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to whom you are going to give your inheritance. Same way, most important powerful secrets Paramashiva has given to his son Muruga, Subramanya, in Agama called Sarvanyanottaragamam. All the powerful secrets the father will tell only to his son. It is too secret. I am going to open that Agama and give all the essence of all those secrets. Secrets of Karyapada lifestyle, secrets of Kriyapada, secrets of Yogapada, and secrets of Jnanapada. I will make you all feel you are in 16, not just physically, even mentally. You will all be romancing with the whole universe. No frustration, nothing, no corona, no depression, no bothering about economy, no sudu, no soranai, nothing. Next 16 days, no fantasy, only visualization. No delusion, only consciousness. whatever you think as your strength, like how much cash you have, how much gold you have, how much money you have in the bank, what all properties you have, your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to whom you are going to give your inheritance. Same way, most important powerful secrets Paramashiva has given to his son Muruga, Subramanya, in Agama called Sarvanyanottaragamam. All the powerful secrets the father will tell only to his son. It is too secret. I am going to open that Agama and give all the essence of all those secrets. Secrets of Charyapada lifestyle, secrets of Kriyapada, secrets of Yogapada, and secrets of Jnanapada. I'll make you all feel you are in 16, not just physically, even mentally. You will all be romancing with the whole universe. No frustration, nothing, no corona, no depression, no bothering about economy, no sudu, no soranai, nothing. Next 16 days, no fantasy, only visualization, no delusion, only consciousness. Whatever you think as your strength, like how much cash you have, how much gold you have, how much money you have in the bank, what all properties you have, your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to whom you are going to give your inheritance. Same way, most important powerful secrets Paramashiva has given to his son Muruga, Subramanya, in Agama called Sarvanyanottaragamam. All the powerful secrets the father will tell only to his son. It is too secret. I am going to open that Agama and give all the essence of all those secrets. Secrets of Charyapada lifestyle, secrets of Kriyapada, secrets of Yogapada, and secrets of Jnanapada. I'll make you all feel you are in 16, not just physically, even mentally. You will all be romancing with the whole universe. No frustration, nothing, no corona, no depression, no bothering about economy, no sudu, no soranai, nothing. Next 16 days, no fantasy, only visualization, no delusion, only consciousness. Whatever you think as your strength, like how much cash you have, how much gold you have, how much money you have in the bank, what all properties you have, your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to
Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalan Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sedrisham Tattvamasyadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, on the auspicious occasion of the 44th Jayanti celebration of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagatguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, Kailasa San Jose, Nithyanandeshwara Hindu Temple warmly welcomes you for a very special panel discussion on the topic Importance of Guru in One's Life. Located in the heart of Bay Area city, Kailasa San Jose was inaugurated by His Divine Holiness with the purpose to revive the temple-centric Ved-agamic conscious lifestyle. It's a beautiful temple with alive and energized deities, and where we perform all the sacred rituals and celebrate the festivals in the most authentic Ved-agamic way. We are 100% volunteer operated, a vibrant community of families who are actively contributing to the well being of the larger Bay Area community. We offer a variety of programs like free yoga, meditation, completion, life solutions, spiritual healing, spiritual counseling. All these authentic spiritual practices, they lead to building, evolving the consciousness in the area, leading to auspiciousness, abundance, and empowering people, leading them to making them to lead and realize their own potentiality. We are a very diverse community, including the people from all walks of life, from different races and different dimensions. Now, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Guru is accorded the highest place, and therefore, in Kailasa San Jose, we have Guru, our divine holiness, as our center, and the mantra which we all vibrate with in Kailasa San Jose, Nithyanandeshwara Hindu Temple is Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guru is the one who introduces you to you. Guru is the one who makes you realize your true potential. Now, with my deep love and my deep respects to everybody, and with my respects and humble pranams to beloved Swamiji, without further ado, I would like to start the very special panel discussion and take you all to a conscious journey of realizing the importance of Guru in one's life. And now I request Ma Mohana to introduce the panelists and start the panel discussion, the Vakyartha Sadas.
Thank you, Ma Vaishali. Nithyanandam all. Can you see my screen all right?
Yes, Ma.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll start with the great introduction by Ma Vaishali, and then we have all of you, people who have been brought together by his grace, the grace of Guru, right? Let's start with introducing Ma Vaishali. As you already heard her, a power-packed woman. She has so much energy in that small frame. She, not just the energy radiating from Guru, but also from, the background she has, a PhD from Stanford, amazing woman, an amazing speaker. From there, let's go to Sri Adi Satsangi Ji and Nithyananda Maya. I was so amazed when I read about him yesterday. He's a historian, he's an author. His books are on Amazon and amazing. He talks about sattology, and I hope I said that right here. Yeah. He says, our Puranas, our epics are not mythology. They are not mythology. They are really sat. They are truth. And he has so many books published on Amazon, and we'd love to hear from you more. Yeah. Then we have Mazurika. Mazurika, another power-packed woman. What else can I say? She is a technology person. She's an entrepreneur. She also is a community leader. She has following her guru, Shri Shivkripananda Ji. Swamiji. Did I say that right, ma? Shiv Kripananda Swamiji. And she is managing the Samarpan meditation group here in the West Coast. She's also married to a politician, and I'm sure her community leadership also bleeds into making sure that politically what they bring towards Hinduism will continue to sustain. Thank you for being here, ma. We have Sri Hitendra Rana ji. Again, well, what can I say? He says that he started a spiritual journey when he was 9 years old. From there, he, started doing yoga and pranayama with a yogi nun from Rishikesh. From there, he's moved on, he went to Canada. He met with his living guru. Sri Shiv Kripananda Swamiji. He now, runs a meditation center, the one that Mazurika is also involved in, Samarpan meditation. And he does a lot of talks, and, he can talk all day long, as, like he says, and welcome, Aya. Okay. Then we move on to the other set of panelists we see here. With a big smile on the left is Sri Shrikant Iyer. He will also, he will lead the panel discussion. He's going to talk about, how when he was looking for a guru, the guru showed up, and how, living in the Bay Area, the high-tech company, his wife works for a high-tech company. His 2 children are, amazingly brought up. They spend some time at Gurukul. So they are so grounded in Indian tradition. Not only that, they're also enlightened kids because, by attending Swamiji satsangh and Gurukul, they are, they can do things like, blindfold reading. They have, and I let him talk more about, his children and his personal experience with Swamiji and a guru. Next, we move to Vinesh. Now, Vinesh is yet another story. All of us have a background from India. We grew up in India. We, came to the US, and we continue to bring, our Sanatana Dharma with us. Vinesh was born and brought up here in the US. And he, a lawyer working for a high-tech company, and he stumbled upon Swamiji. And since then, he's been, a new person, right? And he will also share, his lifestyle. He actually is one of us who's really running a KAILASA lifestyle. He lives in a farm. He has a goshala. He comes to the temple every day to do puja. His 2 children are amazing gifts from Swamiji. So we'll wait to hear from Vinesh also. Then we have Vinayaka, yet another person traditionally brought up, grew up in Sanatana Dharma, understands all rituals, and he again, few years ago, he happened to meet Swamiji, and from then he's a changed man, right? He's, his growth within the Sangha has been amazing. Let's move on to Sri Ramesh Ramaniji. Again, in a technology background, technology industry, the Bay Areas, of co-founder. From there, he met Swamiji maybe about 15 years ago. And again, from that day, he's been a changed man. And, his connection with Swamiji, his background, being brought up by, a very spiritual background with his grandmother, being his first guru. And we'll let him talk about himself as we get in there. Last of all, we have Sanjayji. Sanjayji, who brought all of you together, who brought all of us together, whose passion for the Sangha, I would say it's almost equal to Vaishali, if not more, right? He again has a very technical background, premier college in India. His background comes from being very affluent and very religious family. And we'll let him also speak to how Guru has influenced and how Guru has guided him through his life journey. So with all, introducing all of you, we should move into the 3 topics we have for today. One, we're going to talk about the most important of all of them is talking about, Guru, right? Guru now, takes on so many perspectives, and I'll be happy to see how each of you are able to articulate, your perspective, your perception, your understanding of Guru. Guru is the nucleus, which is really the theme for today, the theme for all of us, right? But then, while one of you is going to talk about, the enlightenment that, you're looking for, and we're talking about, we're going to talk about women and empowerment, all of that, how it's made possible within our lifestyle, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma lifestyle, with Guru guiding us, leading us, in giving us enlightenment, leading us to that end that we are looking forward to. So I'll start here with Sri Srikantaya ji. He is going to first begin with the perspective that he's going to bring in about the miracles, the guidance, the enlightenment, the lifestyle that Guru has given him. So let's start with Sri Srikantaya ji, and from there we'll move on to the others. Aya?
Nithyanandam, thank you, Ma'am Mohana, for introduction and turning it over to me. I wanted to speak a little bit about the significance of Guru in my life personally, right? None of us came with an operating manual for life. I know the life before Guru and life after I met Swamiji. And so I can say that without a Guru, I stumbled through experience after experience of, and collecting different understandings through these experiences. And this is what most people end up calling life. Adi Shankara beautifully says in the Guru Paduka Stotram, this Ananta Samsaram, which is the unending ocean of life. To cross this unending ocean of life, you need a Guru. The Guru is the boat who allows you to cross this unending ocean of life. So to make it more concrete, let me talk about a real experience I had recently. And by recently, I would mean a couple of years ago. My mother had a severe heart attack, right? And so we took her to ER. From ER, they rushed her into the cath lab, where they do something like they scan the heart and see what the blockages are. Turned out that there was a blocked artery, right? And in the blocked artery, they placed a stent. After placing a stent, they rushed her to the ICU. They call it CCU, cardiac care unit, and hooked her up to a machine known as the balloon pump. This machine allows her to support the heart. The heart itself was kind of weak after going through a massive heart attack. And so they placed another, something known as balloon pump to help her heart beat properly and pump the blood. So this was overnight. The next day, the cardiologist, I want to shorten this up so that other panelists also have time. But the next day, the cardiologist came by and he was not very positive. He said the situation was dire. And he said something about her blood cells breaking apart. And he thought this was due to the balloon pump. And either we could have the balloon pump on, or the choice and the trade-off was either we could keep the balloon pump on and let her blood cells break, which was a slow road to nowhere, or remove the balloon pump and let her heart cope on its own. In other words, the doctor was not very positive. Like he had kind of given up hope, and he told me and asked me to contact all the relatives. I called my brother. I also told my mother, and she was fine. She said, "Oh yeah, one of the astrologers in India, Vedic astrologers, they had already said that she's not going to live past a certain age." So she was ready. But that said, I also immediately messaged Swamiji, and he messaged back saying that my mother is not going to die, and that he's taking care of her. given the whole entire situation and how everything was at that time, it was hard to believe that, she's going to get through this. But as soon as Swamiji said that he's taking care of my mother, I said, okay, Swamiji is taking care of it. So let me just do what is needful. And it was an amazing miracle that, they were doing, I think, labs every hour or every 2 hours. And the very next lab report, they saw that, everything had stabilized. The, blood cells weren't breaking apart anymore. So we didn't have to take her off the balloon pump. And long story short, she recovered completely after a month. It took a month, but she recovered completely. And we go meet her cardiologist, the same person who was there in the room that day. And he calls her a medical miracle. So there are so many lessons I can draw from this one simple experience that I had, right? When I look at the incident, I feel that without a guru, it would have been a very fearful experience to go through. But with Swamiji in my life, I was able to go through it with awareness and strength. And the experience left me empowered after that. This is a cognitive shift from a fear and greed-based living into a more awareness-based living.
Thank you, Srikantaya.
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Let's move on to others on the panel. Shri Adi Satsangji, do you want to start with, your experience with Guru and, and again, I've heard that you can, you're a profound speaker and a prolific speaker. So, can you give your perspective of Guru, please?
Om Agyanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. So Guru is a very important personality for us to look up to and a person who can guide in our daily lives. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Dharmam tu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. So Bhagavan is the actual person who knows Dharma. And anyone who follows Bhagavan in this world is called a Guru. So where we have heard in Bhagavad Gita, many places, Tad Vidhi Pranipatena Pariprashrena Sevaya Updekshanti Tad Jnanam Jnaninas Tattva Darshina. So Pranipatena Pariprashrena. So all of us want answers. And it's our natural quality to ask questions. But we need answers from someone. And so it is very, very beautifully described in Bhagavad Gita, Paripatena Pariprashnena. So when Paripat means to surrender, and Pariprashnena means to ask in a humble state of mind. To the Tad Vidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upadekshanti Tad Jnanam. Then when you ask in that state to a Guru, then he gives Upadekshanti Tad Jnanam. That Jnaninam, he gives you that Jnan or knowledge because he has seen the truth. So without Guru, we are nothing in this world. Even for a normal profession, like if you want to become a doctor, you have to take instructions from someone. If you want to become a warrior, you have to take instructions from someone. If you want to become a good teacher, then you yourself have to be a good student. So technically all of us are students. So, but we take shelter of Guru because he is Tattva Darshina. He has seen the Tattva. Tattva means Vishnu Tattva, Bhagavat Tattva. So and there is also called Guru Tattva. And I know that time is limited, other panelists have to speak. So we have to, so my experience with the Guru is, I've been connected with the Guru since the age of 15. I used to live in an ashram in India. So what I've seen is that people who follow a parampara, they have a knowledge coming in a disciplic succession from a very long time, right from Krishna. Krishna Vande Jagatguru. So originally, Guru is one for everyone, every human being. And that is Bhagavan, Vishnu, Krishna. And then the gurus which we see, all of us, you are also Guru because you teach somebody else. But there is one Guru which represents all of us or becomes a transparent via medium of Vishnu Tattva. So when we understand it as it is, through seva, through vinamrata, through humility, then we automatically get all our questions answered. So I'll give it back to you, Mohanaji. Namaskar.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you so much. So with that, again, with, talking about you, living in an ashram and, growing up with, this, the concept of Guru, let's move on to Shri Ramesh Ji, who is also going to talk about, how he was, influenced into this whole, religion versus, religion, not versus religion, enhanced by a guru, right? Enhanced by families following gurus. So Ramesh, it's for you now.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mona. Thank you all the panelists, Nithyanandam. My story is a little bit unique. I have very specific expectations of a guru in the sense of, who I think is guru. In all of the Tamil literature, you talk about Dakshinamurti as the guru, the ultimate, the silent guide, right, for all of us, for all living beings. So in my house, I was fortunate enough to be born in a house where my grandmother, who was my first guru. And as you're growing up, our Saturday, Sunday conversations were around gurus in Tiruvannamalai. This guru did this, that guru did this. There's the stories we are reading about them. She was a practicing Vasi yogi. So there's a lot of, and we used to give her space for 3 hours for meditation, 4 hours for meditation. She'll wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning and do meditation for the next, 4 hours till 6 a.m. So this is what we saw. And she had 35 grandchildren. Somehow I was the one who saw her as my guru beyond my grandmother. And one thing led to the other. As I was growing up, I was getting familiar with the terms of what guru means, what this experience means, what life means. But it's not like you understand all of that. You're just a growing child, growing boy, doing what you have. But there is a Vatavaran that God created. And we used to go to Tiruvannamalai very often to meet her guru and participate in these Akadda Japams, which is like they happen for 48 days. And she's part of the people meditating. And so we get the initiation, we get the Upadesam, and we start doing things. But over time, one of those occasions, this family guru of ours, he said, why? He started explaining certain things. And he said, why I have my ashram here? And right across this place, there is going to be someone who's going to have the influence of a Jesus Christ, who's going to be so far-reaching that he's going to take the world by storm. And this was right across the ashram, and he was staying put. He had a lot of political issues, he had a lot of property issues, but he said, this is where I'm going to have my ashram, and there's a school running right now. So as that was going on, my grandmother was my guru, and she exposed me to things that beyond being a teacher, someone who gives some kind of a breakthrough, someone who gives some kind of a construct of what a guru is, someone who gives us an idea about this is beyond logic, life is beyond logic. What is a miracle? Why did some of those things happen? Which is why we listen to those stories about all the gurus and their miracles and so on. So life is beyond what we understand, what our brain can conceive, right? The context of what our brain can conceive. So as we were growing up, towards the end, she left her body when she was 95. So towards the end, she said, Ramesh, you need to find your own guru now. You need to find another guru. Now, cut to the lifetime when I am here, and some colleague of mine introduces me and says, Swamiji, there is someone by name Nithyananda, and he's coming for a lecture at Santa Clara University, and he has so much following. It's crazy. He's so young, but he has so much following. So something suddenly happened here. I go for a casual thing to the lecture. And from there, so obviously there is a moment that changed for me, because now I'm triangulating things. Suddenly it makes sense to me. He goes beyond what I'm seeing him suddenly as my God, beyond my guru. I'm seeing him as that Dakshinamurti in a human form that is relatable to me. And this goes on for some time. Immediately I attend a program. Immediately I go with him. The following month I go with him to the Himalayas. So life is set. Every word of his I imbibe. Every word of his I'm able to understand. Everything that I got exposed to with my grandmother and my family now suddenly start making more sense to me, particularly from all that Swamiji says. But it was there. It was at the back of my mind. He's always said, there is a thing in Abhirami Andadi, Nindrum, Nidam, Irundum, Kidandum, Nadandum. He's always with me at the back of my mind. Anything I do, anything I think, anything I act on, anything I do, he's always there at the back of my mind. So that process, that Guru comes from within, he is represented and he happens to you, he appears in front of you, is what I completely understood and I can relate to it. Now, as part of one of those visits to Tiruvannamalai, I stay at nearby resort, and I'm walking towards the Dhyanapeetham in Tiruvannamalai in the Adiyannamalai area, and suddenly I realize that to my left is where my family guru's ashram is. So right across. Now it's like a double endorsement. Suddenly, like I already realize I'm already experiencing something. And suddenly I see that what he said some 30 years ago is coming true. Therefore, a guru is a guidance for and how the happenstance, how things just happen, roll out in front of you to give you the guide, and how you're experiencing that guru one way or the other, as long as you keep your mind and eyes open. How Vatavaran helps so much, how the ecosystem helps so much. So Guru is like not just a construct, but also, sort of a physical representative. When you see the right Guru and you have a physical representative of the construct, that's really the ultimate of our lives. So that's the experience I went through, just to understand what Gurudom really is and what Swamiji really is. And beyond Guru, he is the source. He is the Dakshinamurti. He helps you touch the source. And I cannot stop talking if I talk about him. So I'm just going to move on to the next panelist. But the thing is, this is a very profound experience that I've had for my 30-40 years of my life.
Thank you, Rameshji. We all know how passionate you are and how you can go on for the next 1 hour. But, let's move on and, take, the viewpoints from others too. Mazurika, if you want to, as a woman, as a technology person, as a community leader, can you talk a little bit about, your experience with Guru and, how you see Guru Alma?
Sure. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me. So the thing about Guru, and I would like to say, like, for women and empowerment is a very strong word. And actually, for me, I believe that empowerment comes from within, and the strength also comes from within, and Paramatma is also within. So even if we look outside for all these things, we won't find it unless we go within ourselves. And that is where Guru is a very helpful in reaching within us to get to know ourselves first and our mistakes and our strengths. So if anybody says that I want to do something, I have a wish, I want to change my life, I want to empower, and that is only possible if you have the strength inside. And the strength comes from a strong chitta. As my guru has always said, if you make your chitta strong, whatever you wish for will come true. Your aura will be beautiful, and the environment around you would change. So the only thing needed, and that is why I, so much follow my guru, because he has made it so simple for all of us that the only thing needed is to meditate for 30 minutes. That's all. And it was when I've heard that for the first time, and I was also kind of living a life where we were all being in US and having a full-time job and working, having kids. It was very hectic, stressful, and it was taking a toll in my life, on my health. And there came a time when I really wished that, I had some other choices, or I could change, my lifestyle somehow. And that is when the Guru came in my life. My Guru, Sri Shiv Kripananda Swamiji, he came from Himalayas. He had done a lot of meditation in Himalayas. And he has always said that in Himalayas, there are no women. It is, I think it has been a subject, spirituality has been a subject mostly dominated by men for a long time. But I think now it's changing. As we can see, there are so many women even in your group. So even it's the same way in our group also, we have a lot of women Shakti, a lot of women energy. And now the thing is that, I think it's very important to even get the word out to women that the security and the empowerment comes from within. The moment you go within yourself, you will find that strength, and Guru is the way to take you in. Everything else will only move you out or keep your perspective outwards. The Guru is the only thing that can take you inside and bring a change within yourself. And that is the most prominent thing that I have felt in my life, and it has changed my life. It has changed the life of people around me. So I would say that, a Guru is the one and the most important thing that we should definitely follow. Any Guru that you feel like. But and the other thing that I would like to say that is, even if we feel that we are, our life is moving on and we have no control on it, that is when you need to be, looking for a Guru and finding it. And there are, just now that Nithyanandanji and even our Guru, there are so many Gurus, and our culture is it has been for life, giving out the spirituality to the world, the yoga to the world, and we have the most Gurus in our culture. So the best, at least we can take good, benefit out of our own culture and follow a Guru. That would definitely change your life from within, make your chitta strong from within, empower you, and bring the strength from within. And that would make you follow the dreams that you really want to, and change your life the way you want to change. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mazurika. That was wonderful. Hearing about how you go inward, and then you develop your strength, and how you need a Guru to guide you, take you inward. Realize that chitta inside, and the oneness that we need to feel, right? How it comes from the Guru. Thank you so much for that. And let's go on to Sri Hitendra Ranaji. And have him talk about his experience. I know that both of you share the same Guru, so let's hear from him too. You're on mute, Ji. Hitendra, you're on mute, Aya.
Yes, Jai Gurudev. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
So Guru, for me, is the one who can introduce you to your worldly identity, what we call ego identity. And Guru is the one who can bring you from the outward looking to the inward journey towards your soul. Because most of the things that we have in this world is not our own understanding or our own way we want to live the life. It is a programming done by the society from the time we were born. This is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. You have to do this, you have to follow this. But in doing all that thing, we forgot who we are. We are pure soul. We are holy spirit, or we are spiritual being living in the physical body. There are three types of gurus. First, who can teach what he has learned to others in words, that is called Shiksha Guru. People who are genius in their subject, these are the Shiksha Guru, Guru of finance, Guru of sports, Guru of everything. There is another level of Guru, which is Diksha Guru, one who has self-realized, who is enlightened, and who has been following certain path of spirituality, who has gone inside already, and he is trying to give to the world what he has learned from his experience and from his enlightenment. They are giving what they have received from their gurus or from their life to others, and they are using some mantra or a practice that can help you to walk on that path of spirituality or self-enlightenment, which is Diksha Guru. But we today know many enlightened beings like Buddha or Krishna or Mahavir, even Jesus Christ. So these are the medium, these are the channels, and they were little bit higher than just a Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru, in the sense that they were the channel or medium directly connected to the divine or higher power. And I was lucky enough that I met to someone like that, Sri Shiv Kripanand Swami, through a childhood friend of mine. And he came to our house in 2001. He taught us meditation, and he said, do not worry about considering me as your guru. Do not worry about following this thing and that thing, because at that time, my wife was following Christianity and I was following Hinduism by birth, what we have carried in our life. And we used to have arguments. We used to have differences, but we had only one thing that was connecting to each other, which was our love. We loved each other so much that we cannot separate. And when she came to know that I have invited a sadhu from India to come and stay with us in Canada, you can imagine the chaos that can go in the life. And she was ready just to give me divorce. Guru came, and within a week, he gave 8 days workshop and he taught about Samarpan meditation and different chakras. Within a week, she used to have the backbone, like lower back problems. She could not sit on the floor. At the end of the Shibir, she was able to sit down on the floor. At the end of the Shibir, Swamiji explained that try not to look at the faults of your husband or anybody, and try to go inside and try to find the love that you have for the world to share, because the true nature of humanity is love. So she started seeing that in me, and I started seeing that in her. And Swamiji says that try to just practice 30 minutes of meditation. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And rest will be going into the place. And when you have problem or when you have situation that is creating tension in your life, just pray that I have surrendered this to my Guru. I don't have to worry. No matter who is your Guru. If you have faith, if you trust your Guru, because Guru is the enlightened being who is capable to take away any problem, as we have heard in the story of Srikanji, that how his mother was saved. It is not a miracle. It is possible because of the grace of Guru. Guru has powers to change our life. And if you have not met such Guru so far in your life, our master says that go to the Samadhi or enshrined Guru or ascended master's place, where there are bones or there is a Samadhi of that Guru, and make a prayer that I want self-realization or enlightenment. And you will come across such Guru in your life without even worrying. And this is what my take for Guru.
Wonderful.
Thanks, thanks, Ji. Wonderful. So we still have, Sri Vinayaka, if you want to share something, or, Vaishali, you can start now, or we can also wait for Sanjay Ji to give his, his 2 cents on, how he's seeing all of this coming together. The Guru Tattva that you want to talk about, Sri Sanjay Ji.
Just quickly before Sri Sanjay Ji, thank you Hitendra Ji for such a beautiful experience sharing. I just wanted to, add my experience as well, and what Hitendra ji said about, Guru taking away your ego, and this is almost like a surgery. It's and the most amazing thing about Swamiji is that it's a joy when he performs this surgery. He takes you in his lap, and he makes you see for yourself who you are. And not just is he a guru, but he is also an avatar. We also call, he's an incarnation who creates not just enlightened beings, but multiple gurus. So that was beautiful. Thank you, Hitendra ji. Sanjay.
Nithyanandam. Experience of Guru has been very deep. Vishali, you want to speak? And Guru is not just a body-mind. Like in ordinary world, in today's lifestyle of pursuit of matter, pursuit of prominence, of comfort, of luxuries, as the main theme, we are reminded again and again through happening of Guru, such as mine, that reality lies beyond the cycle of Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Education lies beyond this pursuit of acceptance, this pursuit of comfort, luxury, and prominence. The knowledge of Jeev, Jagat, Ishwar is fundamental knowledge, without which one would fall in the delusory trap of sufferings. Guru is God. God, again, is a word that we understand. And we have information about that word does not do justice to what we believe in Sanatan Hindu Dharma as Para Brahma Parmeshwar, all pervasive consciousness. Anybody in human body experiences Chit Jata Granthi. Even though I am consciousness, I am one with that consciousness, but I am entangled with material, and that is described as Chit Jata Granthi. And Guru is that doorway, that portal, that body, because I cognize myself currently as a body, I'm able to relate with another being who is also embodied. And that is why that ultimate possibility that I can also achieve as what is described in our scriptures through Mahavakya and revived again and again by gurus as the experience of Shivoham, the experience of Aham Brahmasmi, or what Guru says to a disciple to experience that state, that space as Tat Tvamasi. Guru is that reminder, Guru is that possibility, Guru is that portal into that mystical ultimate. Because no matter what I become through this body and mind, when that cycle catches up, that aging happens, when that disease happens, when that death happens, a fundamental root suffering is experienced. And Guru is the one who enlightens us, not just with the information or the words or the knowledge, but makes it into powerful cognitions insight that we can radiate with and we can live and experience life with, that space of ultimate powerfulness. And Guru is a reminder of enlightened lifestyle. Sanatan Hindu Dharma, first and foremost, is about Guru, and Guru, first and foremost, is about living that enlightened lifestyle to realize the ultimate innate potential. There is no one who can introduce you to you, but Guru. We all are not seeking comfort or luxury or so-called happiness or pleasure. All these come with duality. Where there is pleasure, there is pain. Guru shows the path beyond, the space of ultimate deep peace, the ultimate powerfulness, the intensity that is not driven only by greed or fear, but by inner force within. Guru is the only one who knows my being and therefore can give me that experience of well-being. Well-being, after all, is made out of two words, well and being. Only a being who can give me introduction to my being, who can connect with my being, can show me how to be well, how to experience that ultimate space of eternal well-being, is Guru. And Bhagavan Sri Ram, when she came, he had Guru in Maharishi Vasishtha. Bhagavan Sri Krishna, when he came, he had Guru in Sandipan Muni. When you are embodied in human body, taking that jump to that ultimate potential is through Guru. It's like there may be many candles and they can be whatever big or small, but without light, they serve no purpose. They don't realize their ultimate potential. Only the one with the light can fire that candle where the light can spread and do something good. That is Guru.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjayji. That was very profound. And sorry to cut you off, but let's move on also. Shri Vinayaka, if you have a few minutes, if you want to add something, and then we'll move on to Vaishali also. She has a lot to say too.
Yeah. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma Mona. Yeah. The way I met Swamiji was basically through YouTube. Actually, I was searching for the meaning of one of the shlokas in Ashtavakra Gita, which says, Kshama Arjava Daya Tosha Satyam Piyushad Vajpaja. And how do you apply it practically was something that I was searching for. I kind of was convinced that for me that is this particular verse holds a lot, and it will lead me to somewhere. Something in me was basically saying that, and I came across Swamiji's excellent explanation, which is on YouTube, and that's it. And I fell headlong into Swamiji's experience, and I have been associated with Swamiji for 3 years. And within these 3 years, there is a huge transformation in me in terms of the fact that the very thought process, as they say, like what Hitendra Ranaji was saying and what Aditya Satsangiji was saying, that the amount means no matter what you do externally, but only you will basically feel the entire thing when you start your inward journey. So that inward journey to me was the very thought process itself, knowing that you are responsible for everything. And finding a guru, the third level of guru, like what Hitendra Ranaji was saying, that finding a guru who can experientially put that thing into you, and that is very important. Not the education guru or a skill guru. No, that is not the one. But experientially putting that thing into you, given the fact that no matter how many years or how many janmas you have been searching for, but at that particular moment you are ready, that entire experience is transmitted and it just goes into you. And that moment I got that feeling with Swamiji. Thank you very much for that. And that I carry that in every thought of myself, every thought, my every action, my every reaction now resonates with that. And whenever I'm in doubt, I just step back and say, what would Swamiji do, or what would he do when he is in such kind of a situation? And I just get my answer from him at that particular point in time, and I just do that one. With that, I would like to pass it on to
Thank you. Yeah, and that's been my experience too. Anytime I have a question, I get the answer right away. Either, Swamiji's satsang, I might, on YouTube, just randomly search for a satsang and that'll have the answer to what I'm looking for. Open up that book Swamiji's written, Living Enlightenment, and there's an answer there. So it's amazing how, when you really truly seek, it shows up in front of you, thanks to Guru's Kataksha. Let's move on.
I just want to add one more thing to what Mona said. I think the transformatory guru, right, the third level that Hitendra Rana ji said and what Vinayaka referred to, the aspect that I understood from my grandmother's life was about Jivan Mukti, which is when you die, you don't have to take another body and you want to reach moksha and things like that. That was common understanding of the literature or the gurus or how my family understood it. But the difference that Swamiji made, all the examples that we are talking about here, is about the Videha Mukti, which is living enlightenment. So how you live is also, you can live in an enlightened fashion, was a huge revelation for me. What does that mean is all the examples we are talking about now. But it is not coming at the time of your death. It is actually how you live your life. So that's all I wanted to add here. That is a very, extremely important distinction for me about how our Guru has transformed my life too in that thought process.
Okay, thank you, Ayya, for that.
Thank you, Ayya. Ramesh, yes. Sorry, Mamohana, sorry to interrupt. I think Ayya meant Videha Mukti is the concept that he has learned from his grandmother, and Jivan Mukti, what Swamiji has.
Yes. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma.
Thanks, Ma, for that. Ma Vaishali, now for you to talk, Ma, to bring, more perspective from women and empowerment and, what, Shakti can do.
I was listening to when Zurika ji was mentioning about the women, like how now it is, earlier it was, how in the society women go through several insecurities and, social conditioning. But this women empowerment, see, only a being who has transcended the gender can truly empower a woman without any vested agenda. And that is exactly what Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam is doing. And what is my personal experience with him is, he has not only helped me complete with any limiting cognition, any social conditioning, which was in me as a woman, and he has taught me true Vedic feminism. See, modern feminism is all about, they talk about what injustice has been done to women, and there is what abusal the women have gone through, but they don't talk about any solution. So what happens in modern feminism, it is all tied to a lot of anger. But in Vedic feminism, which is taught by the sacred scriptures, and what His Divine Holiness is delivering to us, is truly awakening the consciousness of a woman to a divine feminine consciousness, making you truly realize that you are not an ordinary woman, you are Devi, you are Parashakti yourself. And that is my beautiful experiences with Swamiji, where I've experienced him as a father, where I've experienced him as a mother, and he has truly, truly supported me in evolving and awakening my consciousness. Actually, to be very happy to share with all of you, like in Nityananda Sangha, we have women as sannyasis. Ma Prematma Swami is here. We have women who offers pujas. We have women who are leaders in our organization. I am myself a House of Representative for KAILASA San Jose, and we have so many women who lead in the organization. So, Ma, I'm really blessed for the amazing divine feminism and that where Swamiji is teaching us to worship the women, celebrate the women.
Thank you so much, Mama Vaishali. That was very powerful too. We are starting to run out of time, so let's move on to the next section. We were going to talk about, with what is happening around the world, how Hinduism is being understood, how our Dharma is being understood, and how gurus, while all of us, feel from the bottom of our heart, what a guru means, how that's also misunderstood, right? So let's move on now. Sanjay ji, if you will take this on, and you and Aditya Satsangi ji are going to talk about, persecution, what's happening and what's happening around the world, and how this is all, making such a confusion for, an everyday person, right? So let's let them take on. Sanjay ji. And
thank you, Ma. This is such an important topic. Suffering is so prevalent, and this suffering is not necessary. And Guru is a reminder of that. When Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra's time happened, Maharaj Dashrath, Bhagavan Sri Ram himself, as enlightened Chakravarti Samrats, they used to provide for Guru, protect, provide all resources, treat them with the utmost reverence. They had the higher seat. And this is the truth of Vedic civilization. Everything was guided by awakened, enlightened beings, gurus. Maharaj Janak is also an example, who was a king as well as an enlightened being. They used to provide for gurus. They, after all, run huge ashrams. Sannyasis live there. They have huge gurukuls. They have libraries. They have the consciousness experiment labs. Gurus are inner scientists. They need to be provided for and protected for, because they stand up for the highest possibility a man, a woman can experience. Sad thing, sadly, in the current times, gurus are being attacked and persecuted. It cannot get any lower than that. These are pure divine beings here to uplift us, to give us a breakthrough, to give us a super conscious breakthrough. And what are we doing? Entangled in the fear and greed, they are being attacked and persecuted. And that is not a good thing. This needs to be transformed. And we need to do things to protect Guru, to protect Sanatan Hindu Dharma, which is the hope for humanity in terms of giving that eternal peace. We talk about world peace. There is no world peace without inner peace. Who can give inner peace? Guru. And this is why it's so important to save and protect gurus and this enlightened lifestyle from ongoing attacks and persecution. And I know Aditya ji has spoken about this, has written about this. Aditya ji, would you like to share a few words? Please.
Thank you, Sanjay ji, and I'm listening to all of you, all wonderful speakers. So, the Sanatan Dharma in the world is implemented through Varnashram. It's a very scientific way of putting Sanatan Dharma in the world through Varnashram. And due to by qualities and guna, qualities and karma, birth base is not accepted by the Shastra, especially Bhagavad Gita. So one of the qualities of a Kshatriya is resourcefulness, shaurya and tejo, dhritir, dakshyam, yuddhe cha palayanam. So the gurus are protected by the Kshatriyas, and Guru creates Kshatriya also. So one important aspect is, and one of the qualities of Kshatriya is dhritir daksham. Daksham means expertise, resourcefulness, shaurya, bravery, valor, and yuddhecha palayanam, never showing back in the battlefield. So throughout the history, you'll see like Maharaj Yudhishthir was also instructed by all the great sages, Narad Muni, Asita Dev, Lavyasa, Pulastya Rishi, Angira Rishi. All these people came to Maharaj Yudhishthir, and they instructed him how to rule the planet. And I covered that in detail in one of my books also. And so that was the historical aspect. That is a historical aspect which nobody can refuse. And these Kshatriyas would do, one of the qualities of Kshatriya, Yuddhecha Palayanam, never run away from battlefield. Battlefield means protecting dharma, and dharma yuddha is always going on. People have always worked against Sanatan Dharma, and there are adharmic people. We call them Asura, Danava, or many other categories are there. That yuddha is going on even today. So you will see the maximum opposition to Sanatan Dharma, maximum in the world, throughout the world, whether it's a name of pantheism, polytheism, or even anthropomorphism. So, like, they use very selective mandate. Our teachers are sacred and your teachers are not sacred. That is going on. And so our gurus are attacked because we are not defending them. We are doing our prarthana, we are doing our worship, but because defending a guru is also seva. We forget that.
Exactly.
It's very important seva. Because if our guru is not defended, then not everybody can defend. Some of us can defend. Like most of you, I see, you have Kshatriya and Brahman gun together because of your executives, your CEOs, and your Vaishya also, your businessmen also. All three combined you have. If people like us do not defend our gurus and our acharyas, then there is no hope. And then we cannot see, the complaining is only required by a weak person. But when you have strength and resources, then we should use our intelligence, and instruction is directly there. Shaurya, Tejo, Didhi, Dakshan, Vidya, Palayanam. And that aspect we have somehow forgotten. In many of my articles I've written that dharma, this one aspect is Pancharatrika, which all of you are following, and you're worshipping in the temples, you're doing mantra, tantra, all these things you're using. Another aspect is Varnashram, which is that you have to pick up whatever means necessary to defend our culture by defending our guru. First, we have to defend our guru because he's the one, he's going to be attacked the maximum. He's going to be attacked the maximum because he represents us. So if you look at the history, 1838, the British worked purposely against the Brahmins, and all the gurus. You see, recently 2004 in last 2004 onwards, I won't name any politician there, but there were politicians in India who worked against our gurus, and huge. Yes, Sanjay ji, you want to say something?
It was so very apparent, so well said. Yes, thank you.
So 1838 happened, and I'll tell you 1600s when the first wave of Islamic invasion touched Bharat, the first destruction was temples and the gurus and the Brahmin and their wives and their children. Can you believe that? And we were, I'm talking with facts because I have done a lot of research while writing these books. Did you imagine that in 652 AD, Kabul had 80,000 temples in the entire Gandhar region, 80,000 temples. And just the Kabul alone was a very rich city because Hindu businessmen were there. There is a place called Herat in northwestern Afghanistan. There was a beautiful Harivrat Mandir, Mahabharat Kalin Mandir. And so but they got defeated in Rajasthan. Why? Because Kshatriyas did not lose their ground. Marathas did not lose their ground. Ultimately, we see that even though they converted the entire Persia in just 34 years, includes Iraq, Iran, Armenia, Azerbaijan, they were all converted to the invading faith. But Bharat, they had to struggle for thousands of years, could not do it. Because Marathas, Kshatriyas, Rajput, they gave up their lives. So the Chhatra, our dharma also include that aspect also. And the recently attacks on Sanatana Dharma have happened because we have somehow ignored that aspect. We got into some, that we have to just make our children, like I always tell, I have been living in ashram, I know, tell all the parents, that not only teach your children harmonium and how to sing kirtan, but also show them how to cook and how to sustain yourself in case of adversity, and also train them how to defend themselves and the faith for which they work for, including weapons.
It's wonderful.
Sanjay ji, please share if you want to add something.
I just wanted to add.
Wonderful.
Just
go ahead, Vinay.
Yeah, just wanted to add. Yeah, we need, like what Aditya Satsangiji was saying, we need to be Shastra ready and Shastra ready.
See, Shastra and Shastra have only one difference: Aki Matra. Both cut. The Sanskrit meaning of sadhu means the one who cuts. Sometimes we go to a guru as a consultant. Guru, I have this problem. But the guru's point is not to please you. Guru's point is to correct you. So
Exactly.
he cuts you through Shastra. But Shastra is needed to protect Guru. So both are needed. The great example is Alvar, great Alvars, and the great, we have so many kings who have worked very hard. Like I will take example of Shivaji Maharaj, that his point was Dharma Raksha. And you can see that he has done, and his mother taught, Jijabai taught him 3 books, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Bhagavad Gita. And the British spread the rumors through many akhadas that to keep Mahabharata in the home is actually brings Klesh in the house. This is totally not correct. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanudhara, Tatar Shri Vijayir Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So when you keep Mahabharata, that means Bhagavad Gita is also in the house. And then there will be great prosperity, great wisdom, great policies, everything wonderful. So the propaganda against us has been very, very deep. And now since we have woken up, and that's why I invented the term Sathology, because the British propaganda was to call our scriptures were called mythology. And if you go to South America, they call all the native religions as mythology now. So their plan was to put Vedic Sanskriti in a museum. Hindu, like if you go to Vatican, there are a lot of Hindu murtis over there, deities over there. And why they are there? They should be worshipped in the temples. So now from dharma comes artha, from artha comes dharma. If you do not produce dharma from artha, then it will become kam.
Right.
So it is a very scientific way.
Well said. Well said. Yeah. Well said.
Very wonderfully put, Shri Aditya Satsangiji. Sanjay Vermaji, can you take this and let's transition to the next part, right? What we want to talk about. What is Swamiji doing about that? How has he, withstood all this assault on him, and where he's taking us as we're moving forward. So Sanjayji, if you would start there,
Thank you, Ma.
Okay.
Yeah, so Adiji very wonderfully said. Now I know you had a very personal experience of the time when Swamiji went through persecution, right? In year 2009, I believe you were at least among the first few columnists to write about that. Would you please say what you saw happening at that time?
So first of all, I went through all the court cases of Swamiji, and I went through all the evidences. And I was one of the first to say that everything is fabricated. The reason is because no evidence stood the ground of the time period, of the time scale that they were talking about. And during the same period, in those 5 years, Asaram Bapu, Jayendra Saraswati, him, Nithyananda Swamiji, all of them were targeted together. The reason was because they were working very hard to protect Sanatana Dharma. Nobody else was targeted because these people were very actively, like I can tell you, for example, Nithyananda Swamiji, he distributed, many of his disciples do not know, 4.5 million literatures to protect Sanatana Dharma. Asaram Babu distributed 16 crore leaflets against Sonia Gandhi. And so these were very active members of the religious community, because if you see the history, our sadhus have saved our culture. They have played on their lives. They've given up their lives to protect our culture. And this is what people attack us, because everywhere else they were able to convert everybody, but not in Bharat. Bharat, they have been kept on attacking, is never happened, because credit goes to our sadhus.
Thank you very much. Such a beautiful sharing. And I think, Guru as the hope for our ultimate potential. Guru who revives the enlightened lifestyle for it to become a daily experience of inner grounded peace, stability, powerfulness, expression of intensity through Charya Pada. What we should be doing every day through Yoga Pada, authentic experience of yoga, which brings body, mind, and being together. And it's not just stretching this and stretching that. Through Jnanapada, every day aligning us, our cognitions, through transmittal of knowledge, and with those words also of the experience, because Guru as Dakshinamurti can transmit in silence, can transmit through words, can transmit through body language.
So Sanjay,
Great. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that. We are running short of time, and sorry to cut you off, but we need to move to Vinesh, who's going to take us into what's happening today and what is Swamiji doing. We also have to finish 5 minutes earlier, so we are running really short of time. Thank you so much. So Vinesh, please take on. And
Thank you, Mama.
Sure.
So we've heard so many amazing perspectives about the importance of Guru, and really the question now is, how do we preserve that? How do we preserve the Guru Sampradaya? How do we bring the Guru to the world? And that's KAILASA. KAILASA is all about creating a spiritual ecosystem everywhere the Hindus are. And that's the central mission of our Guru Swamiji. We've talked about the persecution of Hindu gurus, and that's just one aspect of the Hindu Holocaust. We've all learned about the Jewish Holocaust in World War II, but very few know about the Hindu Holocaust. How 1,000 years of invasions and 200 years of British occupation destroyed all Hindu institutions and destroyed Hindu kingdoms and really left us politically homeless in some ways. And that's because even after independence, many of the kind of institutions of the British that they had put in place were then preserved in the Indian system, in our constitution, in our court system. And we see it now where courts actively interfere with temple rituals and Hindu festivals. We see it in terms of government institutions that control temples and tax them where they don't tax other religions. Only Hinduism is targeted in that way. So how do we solve that? Swamiji has boldly declared that we need political autonomy. We need political freedom. We need without political freedom, we don't have religious freedom. And he's made it his central mission to revive Hindu civilization in all its dimensions. And for that, we've seen him relentlessly persecuted. I'm a lawyer, and I've had a privilege of being able to work on documenting a lot of what's happened to Swamiji in terms of persecution, in terms of the over 100 assassination attempts, dozens of false cases, thousands of hours of media, false claims and propaganda. It's been a very systematic attempt to neutralize him. And why? Because his mission is so powerful and so necessary. He's made a lot of very, corrupt people very nervous, and they've put all their effort into stopping him and into undermining his mission. And that's why Swamiji said we need a new nation, a nation where the science of enlightenment, the knowledge and traditions of Hinduism can be safely preserved and made available to the whole world. Because it's not just about our Sangha or even all Hindus, it's all about all humanity. We need this now more than ever. That's what KAILASA is about. So KAILASA can't exist in its true form, authentic form, without political freedom and autonomy. Swamiji has declared that the only way to give it legitimacy to survive, but also to thrive, is in terms of spiritual science, art, architecture, rituals, everything, is through establishing that spiritual ecosystem again. And that's through a nation, and that's through not just a nation in the traditional sense as we know it, as a place with borders and one piece of land, but a borderless nation that includes a traditional nation, but also KAILASA is wherever we are, a civilizational nation that's an enlightenment ecosystem where anyone can achieve their true divine potential. And that's what, I of all things that helped Swamiji with, one of the most special has been helping him draft the cosmic constitution of KAILASA. And there, just in the US, we have a Bill of Rights, right to free speech, right to different things. In the KAILASA constitution, we have fundamental divine rights that every being, man, woman, even animal, is fundamentally Paramashiva, and is fundamentally entitled to seek and attain that state of Paramashiva and live that way. That's bold. That puts every being on the planet in a state of godhood and recognizes them as such. No one else is doing that. No one else has made such a bold claim. And the key to making that happen is a spiritual ecosystem. That's KAILASA. And KAILASA, like I said, it's not just one physical place. It's actually wherever we are. And personally, I've spent the past couple of years making the KAILASA mission really happen in my home. So I live on a small farm here in the Bay Area. We started a Goshala here. We've rescued now 4 cows that would have otherwise gone to slaughter. And we've learned to love them and get to know them. And it's been such a wonderful journey to, for me as a, before Swamiji, I was a lawyer. I was, totally, in the matrix. I was, all about making money and promotions and just the material things in life. And I was a Hindu, but I was a Hindu in name only. After Swamiji, I became a real practicing Hindu. And now we as a Sangha get together every day at 5 a.m. to do yoga together. We practice puja together every morning. We've really created a daily routine, a daily ritual of invoking the divine within us. And the most amazing part of it has been like seeing how my children have aligned to that lifestyle and seeing them evolve in that ecosystem. I have two boys, they're 2 years old and 5 years old, both of whom are gifts from Swamiji, and they now sit with me for puja. When I go to the temple to volunteer as a pujari, they come and help me and do palyari, and they know how to take arti now. And so it's such a beautiful thing to see little kids born and raised in America who have no connection to their ancient homeland right now, to see them really practicing Hinduism in a fundamentally authentic way that very few kids are these days. And like this again, Swamiji made, for each of us on this panel, we can all say that Swamiji has made Hinduism real for us. And in my case, I have a really powerful example that I experienced. I'm an engineer turned lawyer. I'm a logical, very critical thinking guy, right? My wife and I had fertility issues for several years. We weren't able to have children. A couple of years ago, we were sitting watching satsang. I logged in late, so I didn't know what the context was, but Swamiji was performing a yajna. And I had no idea what it was about. I just knew it was a fire ritual, something was going on. And afterwards, at the end of it, it went on for 3 or 4 hours. I sat for the whole thing. At the end, Swamiji said, "This is a putra kameshti yajna. This is for begetting divine children." And I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing that Swamiji is doing this. I've read about this in scriptures, but never knew it was being done today. 7 days later, my wife found out she was pregnant. And we were completely shocked because medically the doctors were, saying it probably wouldn't be possible. We had very, very low chances. And when they did the ultrasound and measured the embryo, they could date back the exact date of conception. It was the date of the yajna. This is something that it blows my mind as a lawyer, as an engineer, as a supposedly logical person living in the modern world. But only a guru, only an incarnation like Swamiji can make something like that out of scriptures into reality in this modern world, which seems so far from our Hindu scriptures. That's why Kailasa, because Kailasa is about preserving this science, propagating the science to the whole world. The world needs us more than ever. Politically, we've never been more divided. Economically, we've never been more unequal. Environmentally, we're on the edge of catastrophe. Every one of these problems has a solution in Hinduism. And in order to bring that to the world, we need a place where Hinduism can really be brought back in the proper way. And then Swamiji is doing that. He's doing that right now through Kailasa. And we all have a role to play in that story. So I implore all of you to visit kailasa.org, register as a Kailasa Vasi. There's a million ways to contribute and get involved. Swamiji always talks about time, talent, and treasure. Whatever you are, whoever you are, you have a role to play in this. I really feel like we're living in modern day Puranas. We're living in a time of enormous crisis, and we're bringing back something truly profound. And we're going to look back and realize, wow, we were part of a magical adventure that Swamiji's blessed us to be part of. And that's what it feels like for me. It's not like I'm supporting him; he's supporting us through his mission. And we all have, a role to play in all of that. And really, the last thing I want to say is that we are the generation that's going to preside over either the demise of Hinduism or the revival of Hinduism. Either our grandkids are going to see Hinduism as a thing that they read about in books and see in museums, or it's going to be a vibrant, active, alive lifestyle and real science for them. We have that choice now. And so I hope all of you make the choice to get involved and take action and preserve Hinduism, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. So thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Vinesh. That was really wonderful. Both your experience and everything that you're doing about Kailasa Nation. We have just about a minute. Sorry. We have about a minute or two. If anyone wants to add, the last say about this, and we should continue this panel. I think it is so wonderful hearing you all. A little bit of a thing of, many of us belonging already in the Sangha, and then, Hitendra Ranaji, Aditya ji, Mazurika. It is wonderful hearing from you. Thank you also, Shrikant Ayya, for starting off with, your profound experience with Swamiji. And I am, so, I've been cutting you off, but, that's only to make sure that, we are finishing on time and, and that we should continue this. I implore all of you not only to get involved with the Kailasa Nation and with Swamiji, but also continue to participate and, teach us. There's so many things that Aditya ji said that I had never knew. So, it'd be wonderful to continue to hear from you all. Anyone else want to take a minute?
Yes, I would like to say that we want to preserve our culture, and it is our heritage, and it should be in our practice, because anything that we want to tell or teach others, I learned from my father that action speaks louder than words. So what he was doing in terms of honesty, integrity, and helping others, loving unconditionally, that is what I inherited by looking at him. So we are challenged in this time, living in the Western world, that we have plus of both Western world as well as Eastern culture. If we can take the science and amenities that we have and we preserve our culture and apply it in our lives such a way that our next generation, like Vineshji's children, are doing everything, is going to carry forward our cultural values, then and then only we will be able to preserve all what we are fighting for. Because Guru is there, believe me or not, Guru is doing all this Maya to make us understand who we are. The day we will understand that and we will stand up on our own, Guru can do this in 5 minutes by the power of grace of God. Okay, Guru can do all these things without anybody's help, but he is teaching us to stand up because he is there as an avatar in our life, exactly the same way as Krishna was able to fight the Mahabharata on his own. But he came and he guided without doing anything in the Mahabharata as a witness or Sarathi. Let's try to focus on that way and improve our life through whatever we practice. I practice meditation and it has changed me considerably. You can continue practicing and living the life on a level that your Guru has taught, so that we can bring that torch from our generation to next generation. That is what I want.
Only one thing I want to add: the staggering, the ambition of creating a nation, the concept to operating it, getting into operation and getting us involved in it. The scale and size of it is something that only can be conceived by an incarnation. So every time I think about it, it's no simple task. To what Nithyananda is saying, it's a simple task if he came as incarnation and just did a magic wand. But he wants us to get involved. This is going to sustain for the next thousands of years. At some point, somebody is going to say, Paramashiva actually landed here and did all of these, right? 500 years from now, that's how they look at the picture and say, this was Paramashiva on the ground. So, it's exhilarating to see the size and scale of what Swamiji is trying to do.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So, yeah, indeed.
Sorry, Vinayaka. I'll give you a second, but I just want to tell Ma Vaishali, you want to finish with the Purna Mantra, but before that, yes. Vinayaka, go ahead and finish your thought.
Yeah, just wanted to say that especially for the new age, we all feel that Google may have all the answers, but as Swamiji says, but it may not be able to give you all the answers. So even in this age, we need a Guru. We need a Guru. Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you. Ma Vaishali.
Thank you so much to everyone for joining us for the panel discussion today. And with deep gratitude, let us close with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada
Purnamidam
Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.
Thank you all. Nithyanandam.
Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.